welcome to Get It Right with Atara Solutions. This is Get It Right with Atara Solutions. It's really good to see you here. I see who? I see Timothy, I see Chris, I see Richard. Hi, Coach Richard, good evening. I haven't seen you in a while. You need to look for me. And it's really amazing to see you guys. And thank you very much for making the time to join us. This is Get It Right with Atara Solutions, a webinar series that seeks to demystify issues in entrepreneurship and employment. We have been doing this since COVID period. This is 2020. We did 26 episodes in 2020, and then we need, I think, 34 episodes in season 2. Then season 3, we did, I can't even remember the number because we started on 18th of January and ended on 22nd of November. Every Tuesday we were here. And if you want to catch up on every episode that we've had, please log into our YouTube channel, Get It Right with Atara Solutions. And I'm sure the team will be sharing with you that link as we continue. And you can catch up. There's a lot of information there. If you're here courtesy of entrepreneurship, then there's a lot of information on entrepreneurship there. If you're here trying to transition from employment into entrepreneurship, there's also something there. If you're looking to register a business, there's some information on that. If you're wondering how to do consultancy and KRA, there's a lot of taxation information. There's a lot that we've covered over the years. And this information is for you. And we are fortunate enough to bring subject matter experts who have been who have been going through these things, and they are experts in their fields. So please do not get stuck because of information. Just create time, about an hour of your time as you drive to work, as you go home, or at some point, and just sit and listen in, and then do not get lost because you don't have information. So please log in on to Get It Right with Atara Solutions YouTube channel, and you'll find all the information there. And of course, my name is Grace Nzula. I'm a HR consultant and trainer with Atara Solutions. And I love training. And we are on a mission to change the world through information. And with me is my two co-hosts, Catherine Sidandi. Catherine Sidandi is our sign language interpreter. She has been awesome and grateful. And Catherine, we cannot say enough thank you. We are very excited to always have you every Tuesday. Personally, I am very, very grateful. And I keep praying that God blesses you for your dedication and kujitolea kwako, and for making time every Tuesday to be with us and make us inclusive. So thank you very much. If you know somebody who could use these services and they don't join because they have hearing impairment, please tell them to come, because we have Catherine Sidandi who will be able to make life easier for them. And then we have my colleague, Kevin Adecco. Kevin, you can introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. As you've heard, my name is Kevin Adecco, and it's always a pleasure to be part of us every Tuesday. And as always, I'm looking forward to hear from Mr. Kariuki. I'm looking forward to hear and to engage with Grace. I'm looking forward to engage with everyone. Thank you so much and welcome. Back to you, Grace.
Thank you very much, Kevin. And Kevin will be manning the Facebook page, so don't get stuck. We are also live on Facebook. I was just going to check how we look on Facebook. All right. Yes. But it's good to see you. Hey, the last time you were here was Valentine's Bona. When you got a partner and you disappeared from us, that you know, boss, he was telling us, hey, that intern in the office, my friend. The last time he was here, we were discussing relationships at work. I see you, Abwatsi, but it's good to see you as well. So our sessions are every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. like I have mentioned. So if you're joining us for the first time, please keep it here because we have a lot packed for you. And of course, tonight we are hosting one of my favorite human beings. He is a friend, and as much we also work together. And he has a lot to give. Oh my God. I don't know what is wrong with my computer today. Kevin, you have our partner thingy. I'm hanging the whole time. It's actually open, but it's not responding. I don't understand.
Okay, proceed. I'll air it out in a minute.
Okay, so right. We do this, Get It Right to the Atara Solutions. Like I have said, is a webinar series that seeks to demystify issues in employment and entrepreneurship. We do this in partnership with a number of organizations. We have Balcon Housing. Balcon Housing is a real estate and property management firm. If you're looking to buy a piece of land, or you're looking to, if you own a plot or you own some rentals and you're looking for somebody to manage your property, then Balcon Housing will be your people. Then we have Stallion Construction Company. Stallion Construction Company Limited, like the name spells it, is a construction firm. If you're looking for people to support you in construction, if you're looking to renovate your office or your house, if you're looking to put up any building, then Stallion Construction will be able to do that for you. And then we have Pathway Service Solutions. Pathway Service Solutions have been our partners for a while now. They have they do training, their HR consulting and training. They have a lot of training on their LMS. LMS is Learning Management System. And last week they offered 5 courses on sexual harassment. We received over 20 emails. Like Yani, we were finishing responding to some of them today. And you remember the offer was only for 3 or 5 people. My God. But the course is also on offer at a small fee, about 1,700 shillings. So if you did not get an opportunity to get the free ones, then you can always train with the Pathway Solutions, and they'll be able to give you a certificate. And this course, you do it on your own on their LMS. And then we also have Profiles International. Profiles International are your best people for psychometric assessment. They are also your best people for DISC assessment if you want to know your personality. If you're also doing recruitment and you want to go more than just the interview process, you want to do psychometric tests, then they are the people who do that. They are also the people who have GINOS Emotional Intelligence Certification. So if you're looking to become a certified emotional intelligence practitioner, they have the GINOS certification and they offer here in Kenya. They actually have a class that started on the 15th, but right now they have a new class that they're launching on understanding psychometric assessments. Understanding, like if you do not know how psychometrics works or you want to start using them, please join their class. I will share the flyer as we go along. But yes, Profiles International have that course that's starting in April. It's a 3-day course and it's on Zoom. So please do not fail to take advantage. And then of course we have my friend Herbert Zake. Herbert Zake is from Kampala. Hello, Herbert Zake. Thank you very much for sharing our flyers in Uganda. You are wonderful. We appreciate your partnership. Herbert Zake is a consultant in HR and public relations in Kampala, Uganda. And he has been quite helpful with us. And thank you, Herbert. We appreciate you. And I know HR Mao here is courtesy of Herbert as well. So we appreciate you, Herbert. And then we have Kapula Mintito. Kapula Mintito actually have, they sell coastal snacks. So if you're looking for mabuyu, by the way, they're mabuyu, si kama zile za Kongoya. Their mabuyu are out of this world. They have cashew nuts. They have quite a number of snacks from the coastal region. And then we also have Wicklin. Wicklin is a carpet cleaning company. If you're looking to do not sit at home with a dirty carpet in this weather, they actually pick up your carpet today and they will return it tomorrow. They do 24-hour pickup and delivery. People will come to your house, remove the carpet, go clean it, come back and place it for you. So you don't have to stress over your clean carpet or wondering what to do with your carpet, right? So yes, they are called WeClean. They have a machine that cleans your carpet within 6 minutes. So please take advantage. And then we also have HRMPEB. HRMPEB is the Human Resource Management Professional Examination Board. I am currently their brand ambassador. If you're looking to become a certified human resource professional in Kenya, they are the examining body, and you can apply for exemption. So don't wonder how you'll be in class for 3 years and you already have a degree or a diploma or a master's in HR. Please collect your transcripts, apply for exemptions, pay for the exemptions, and then go and look for a college that will support you and that you're comfortable with. But the examination body, like CASNEB works, is HRMPEB. So please, if you are stuck on anything on the certification, CHRP, please talk to me. Did I introduce myself? I am CHRP Grace Nzula. Yes. So you too can become CHRP so-and-so. Please make sure you join CHRP. And then I don't think I've left. Okay, I know I've left one person, but we shall catch on. This is me doing this off the cuff. I wasn't reading anywhere. So if I have left any brand, we shall catch on. And of course, if you wish to study carpentry, I'm the person you see. We have a Panessa Training Institute for all your carpentry training needs. Please do not stay with your brother or sister who are very good with working on with their hands. All right, so let me get on to the business of the day. Tonight, we are discussing entrepreneurship. And, you know, I sent, Herbert and I were discussing the other day because we sent the flyer. I personally, as a personal opinion, I think it should be listed in the 1,000 ways to die, because sometimes, my God, in this economy and you have salaries to pay and people asking you, I don't know what, and you cannot fire everyone every day. And then you cannot also afford the best of talent. And then entrepreneurship is not the easiest of things, but it's also very interesting. And like you're going to learn tonight from my good friend, who is Kariuki Kamau. He is, a lot of people know him as KK. So let's stick to KK. KK is a good friend. I think I've known KK for over 10 years now. He actually met me before I became a consultant. Alitufanyia team building huko kwenye nilikuwa nafanya kazi. So, he did our team building where we were working. KK, we have Ugandans here. So today we are limiting a bit of our Swahili. So yes, KK. Yes, Kevin, we are going to do that as we start the questions. But yes, KK, tell us, you are employed. You know, first of all, I know a lot of people who have seen you and the amount of investment that you've done in making sure that team buildings are actually proper. Kudos, my good friend. But before we get there, you know, a lot of people don't know you are employed. So how did you transition from employment to entrepreneurship? Ebu, please tell us the secret, because I know a lot of people on this call who are still stuck and they're like, oh my God, when? Please tell us. KK, you're on mute.
Thank you, Grace, for having me. Sorry, I think your English is flowing faster than ours. Ours was a group of schools. We were going to school as a group so that we are not eaten by the hyena in the Aberdare mountains. But all the same, we are going to sing together. I was in employment. I was employed in a safari company that was head hotel in Masai Mara as their logistic supervisor come accountant. I was holding 2 positions in that organization as their lodge accountant and also logistic supervisor. That was my last employment, 2007. Now the transition was not the one for I jumped. This is the one who I was pushed. Remember, there was skirmishes in 2007, the political skirmishes, and everywhere there was fireworks. And when I see what is happening in the political arena, I just fear what business people will go through or have gone through or are going through, because I started my business when the environment was not that friendly for business. In Masai Mara, our hotel was closed when the safari company went on hibernation because tourists were not coming in the country. So our employer told us, we are going to call you once the business resumed. This was in November, December 2007. And from there, we waited to be called. And now, because in my mind, I had been incubating an idea how to still venture in tourism. So I was forced to birth my tour firm through that time. That's how I started. And because the tourism firm I was working, they were dealing with foreigners. These were people from Sweden and Norway. So what I did is I said, now I'm going to venture looking for these tourists. And I had not done any tourism course. My background is accounts. I'm a CPA, and that's the field I have majored in. So I said, I'm going to go to this field because this is where I have worked. I had experience in that company for 2 years. So I said, I'm going to go to tourism because I have passion for traveling. The reason why they praised me as their logistics supervisor, because I didn't like sticking in the office as their accountant. I was enjoying more doing their logistic more than doing their accounting works. And that's how I landed in business. So 2008 January, I said, let me venture in this industry. And that's when I opened Masai Africa Safaris. Wow. For a whole 6 months, thinking that tourists will start flocking the way I was receiving them when I was with my employer. I was shocked to realize it is the 3rd month, 4th month, 5th month, 6th month, and no tourist who is coming. That time I am somewhere in a borrowed office in town, being given one desk just to wait for my tourists who are doing inquiries, but they were not coming. Little did I know this is more than we see. There is more than we see in entrepreneurship, not just in guest flowing. You know, people think that the moment you jump the ship, you go on the other side, the client will start flowing the way they were flowing where you are working. I came to realize, no matter how thorough is your grandfather, you have to do your own growth. I was working for a very thorough grandfather who is a Swedish. The company was owned by a foreigner. But now jumping to my own, it took 6 months, no client showed up. But I was patient there, suffering alone, doing my hustle alone, trying to mix with other things so that I can survive. The 6 months were not easy. And I used to live in Gara those days. And my borrowed office was in town. Somebody had given me a space so that I can start there. So I used to carry my laptop from Gara to town, walking daily, going to the office to eat. And I realized I'm getting hungrier and hungrier and hungrier. Nobody is feeding me. So I realized I have to start thinking outside the box. Otherwise, I will have to go back to employment. I started going to Isiri with my laptop bag to buy shirts. And I knew people in the corporate world, they don't love going to Isiri. They love buying in Moi Avenue and Tomboya. So I used to go to Isiri with my laptop bag, buy nice shirts and fold them, put them in my laptop bag, then wear my suit as a corporate guy and start heading to Upper Hill. And I knew when the soldiers see me at the entrance of the gate with a suit and a tie, they will not know it's a hawker with some shirts in his laptop bag. They just open the door for me so that I can access corporate. So corporates used to receive me and I tell them I am importing shirts and I will be delivering them at their desk. That one was my side hustle for survival and it worked. Then from the 6th month after surviving using selling shirts and waiting for tourists to come, that's when I realized corporates are, the foreigners are not coming. This is the foreign tourists. This is when now I started thinking local. I started saying, why can't I now go to the locals and tell them, these are the local corporates, can we go for trips outside Nairobi so that we can go and boat? And I started marketing. I started going from office to office. Instead of now taking the shirts, I started printing packages of day packages to travel to Naivasha, Sagana, Masai Mara, Nakuru. And one of the corporate responded, and I'm happy my first client was KCB Bank. And I remember this was Moi Avenue branch, which responded. I thank God for that manager who asked me, where can you take us? I told them Nakuru is where I'm going to take you. And I took them to Nakuru. I organized a package for them to travel to Nakuru. The package had only 8 packs. A tour van carries 8 people. So I didn't get even a space to join them. So I booked the hotel through a phone call and paid for them. Once they paid me, they went to Nakuru and then they came back. They went for a day package. They went they had lunch in Nakuru, went around the Nakuru National Park, then they came back and ensured that every vehicle, the vehicle I had hired had a sticker for Masai Africa so that whenever they are seen there, the brand is seen, not only me. So what happened is when they came back, I went back to the manager to ask them, how was the service? And he told me it was very great. We enjoyed ourselves. We look forward for you to book us in another destination like Aboseri. Now I told him, please kindly put that one in a letter so that we are able to tell the other corporates what we are doing. KCB Kencom branch wrote that they had a safari and it was enjoyable and they enjoyed my service. What they didn't indicate there was the profit margin was very little. Only 500 shilling. That's what I was getting as profit after organizing a budget package. But I thank God the recommendation letter did not write 500. It had a big title of a big corporate, KCB, recommending Masai Africa Safaris. They have done a safari. That became the miracle, the turning point of my journey in entrepreneurship. Now I used to print my packages and attach the recommendation. And when I took it to Barclays Bank, market branch, just the one which near Jivaji, when they saw that I am dealing with their competitor, they said, you need also to deal with us. Okay, you need to also to take us for a trip. This time now, I prepared a package for Naivasha, and I said I'm going to accompany them. And when I accompanied them, they went to Naivasha. We had a sleepover somewhere in one of the hotels in Naivasha, and it was great. When they were coming back, they started mentioning, wow, that was a great team building. I opened my ears. Oh, it's called team building. Now I will not be writing staff retreat. I will be writing team building. And from that time, I started researching and researching and researching about team building. I gathered notes. I read books about team building. And now that I position myself as a team building company, Masai being registered as a safari company, it started doing more of team building than taking people for retreats, doing family holidays, booking hotels. We used to get 90% from 2010 all the way to now. We get many inquiries for team building, which enable us to sell the other packages for safaris, for transport, for hotel booking, because we were majoring with the team building. That's how my journey began. Come 2010, I realized corporates are so much interested with the traveling with the Masai Africa Safaris, but we started getting a challenge that they are requesting us to start doing now the trainings that we are giving them in the field as we do team building, whether we can be able to tailor such programs to do them in their offices, in conference halls, and when they are having their seminar. And the government institutions started requesting us to provide NITA certification. And this is where I researched that a safari company will not be able to get NITA certification. And now I realize this is an opportunity to diversify. This is how Ego Management Consultant was backed 2010 as a subsidiary of Masai Africa Safari, so that we can be able to offer the in-house training programs. And now it becomes another turnaround in our entrepreneurship journey. The business started growing because we started getting inquiries of in-house training staff on staff wellness programs and also business programs. This is from customer service, leadership, change management, entrepreneurship, mental health, and all the wellness program. And that's how the journey has been. Madam Grace.
That is quite an inspirational. So your first, but there, congratulations. At least your first trip, you made a profit of 500. Hapo ulingangana.
Nilingangana.
Hey,
it could not cover my expenditure, the one I have spent for the last 6 months. So it was not even, I was not even feeling the 500. The beauty was the letter that I got from KCB, customer satisfied with my service. It's not even the 500.
Okay, so what you're teaching us is that number one, we need to think out of the box. When the one thing is not working, we need to go to Isli and get shots. Not literally, but what you're trying to tell us is we need to think further when things are not working out. Yeah. Number two, what you're telling us is that we need to also learn to ask. By the way, that is something that my team, I hope you guys are listening. We need to learn to ask for testimonials. So that's then we can use it for the next business. Yeah. And then what else have I missed on the lessons, Kevin? What else have you picked?
Sorry, we must take referrals from the bank. Very critical. That is mafuta. That is what I got.
Okay. Not only from the bank. You see, the best marketer is not you, the entrepreneur. It's, of course, the CEO or the founder or any business owner. You are the first person to push the idea to the market. But the best person who will be able to tell the people whether your services are good, it's not you, are the people who have consumed your services. I tell people, if you open a new saloon somewhere or a new kinyosi, Then you start calling people, that's a barber shop. You start calling people, come, I try with you. I have opened my salon, and you know you have never allowed your hair to be touched by somebody else. You'll be hesitant. But when they hear from another customer that, yes, my hair is done by a barber shop A or a salonist B, they will be able to believe your service is more than you marketing yourself. So it's always good when you deliver a service to customer, they become your greatest marketer, and that's have been our strong point.
All right.
Yes.
So
Grace, the last point that I was almost leaving out is branding yourselves, not only as individuals, but also wherever you're going, you make sure that everything is branded.
Okay.
Great.
Yes.
Great. On branding yourself, from the word go, printing business cards. When entrepreneurship, somebody jumps into entrepreneurship and you start printing business cards. I know the first mistake I was making within the 6 months. I had a business card written managing director. And truly, if I knew, I could have written damaging director, because I was just damaging my capital, not managing my capital. Because when you write managing director and there's no resources you are managing, you don't have business. There's no business in place. I encourage people, please give yourself the lowest title possible. When you want to do business, give yourself the lowest title possible. When people, most customers start seeing your big titles there, they avoid you. They start sizing your business with you. They check the shoe you are wearing, the car you came with, the bag you have, your hairstyle. So it's always good. Please give yourself and use the title we. The reason why I teach a lot of teamwork, the moment you start saying, I am the founder, that is the end. They start telling you, we will call you. Tell them, we are many, and never give prices on the table. Never negotiate with a client in the office that they tell you, can we negotiate this price? When you show them you are the one in charge and you are negotiating, they start sizing your business with you. Tell them you are in the third floor of making decisions. There are people who are in the top floor and you need to go and consult. So I let people know, as you are branding yourself, don't brand yourself as the senior consultant or the main consultant in that business, okay? You better say you are affiliated with other international bodies and you are one of the agencies in the country than saying you are the sole proprietor. They start sizing you with your Muranga or with your Karatina or with your Kakamega County, okay? So it's good you show them you are a big. This is about positivity, thinking big, talking big, and also when you go to deliver big, big. Let them experience that international standard that you promised on before you go to the business.
Okay, and KK, you know,
yes.
Sometimes, how did you get your first employee, or what prompted you to get your first employees, and how do you retain your employees now?
How I got my first employee, when businesses now inquiries started flowing on my side that I cannot be able to handle. I am supposed to be in the field and more inquiries are coming in the office. That I realize I am with the client in the field, but I have to keep excusing myself. Allow me to pick this phone call, allow me to answer this. I realize I need to start delegating, separating my personal line with my business line, so that even when I am doing execution, there is somebody doing the operation side. So the growth of the business is what challenged me. I need to get an employee to be doing training coordination. And that was now coordinating the hotel booking, coordinating the transport, and receiving inquiries when I am in the field. Retaining staff in this century, when we are dealing with the millennials and all kind of generation in the office, I know it has become a challenge in all the businesses. But one thing, our criteria of retaining employees in the organization is on performance basis. I encourage, and this is what I encourage all institutions wherever I'm doing training, people should be retained on performance basis, and people should sign performance contract. We have come to an era people who are still in people's enterprise without being productive. I don't encourage non-productivity, because this is what is bringing mediocrity in business and business going down. I teach with the concept of a gentleman called Noah, who boarded other people's business people's boats, and he was these guys were trading in gold. These guys were trading in gold, but Noah boarded the boat without realizing he is messing with their business. And immediately they carried Noah, their businesses started experiencing challenges. And there was waves in the ocean. There was turmoil. There was the waves they started throwing their precious things. They started throwing their gold, their silver, their diamond in the sea, yet retaining the person who was making them to making their boat to be hit by the waves. So what we encourage about retaining employees and what we do in the organization: keep retraining your staff, keep retraining. There is a concept we have: retrain, transfer, and if transferring from one department to the other will not enable that staff to be productive, it is good you sit with this staff and you follow the procedure and release them. Otherwise, you can keep a Noah in your boat, making your boat to go down, thinking that you are moving forward, holding to implement your important project just so that you are retaining people. There are most organizations, and we have seen organizations going down because of retaining Noahs and productive people who are not delivering value, only adding volume in the organization. So what I encourage is continuously training your team. The world is changing, and if they don't continuously upgrade themselves, they will become non-productive.
I agree with you. Train, retrain, skill, reskill, learn, unlearn. All those things we need to keep doing so that we can keep having a good team. Now, my other question is, KK, sorry, how do you keep up with the times? Because the times have been changing. I mean, you started this business back in 2007. It's over 10 years. What has changed? I mean, how do you keep fresh? How do you keep abreast with what's happening?
Thank you very much, Gilles. One thing is exposing myself. You have to keep reading. I tell people, if you don't upgrade your head office, this is the head office, okay? You'll be reading old books and trying to look for old new cities using your old mind. It's good to upgrade, expose your mind with what is happening. As organization is metamorphosizing and growing, African countries growing to become more developed, the things that we are experiencing, the Western economies, the Western world had already experienced. The Bible says there is nothing new under the sun. The things we are experiencing have already been experienced by other people. So what I do is benchmarking myself with other international consulting firms. What are they doing? What are those things affecting their organization? What is affecting the American working force? What is affecting the Europe working force? How are they solving those challenges? So my work is to read books, watch movies, and join forums where people are discussing matters which are affecting the Western world, where people have moved ahead of us. So reading and also learning and unlearning old skills. The same way we do to our staff, the same thing I do. I am afraid of YouTube, okay? I'm afraid of YouTube to learn the new trends, knowing what is happening, joining forums. There are international HR forums which happen regularly. There are international trainers forums which happen regularly. I will join these international forums so that I can expose my mind, what is happening global, so that I give it a local touch.
Okay, so yes, you need to upgrade your head office, which is your brain. So that is quite interesting. This is by reading, by attending seminars. By the way, we have the East Africa HR Convention coming up in April from the 18th to 21st in Zanzibar. We have a beautiful speakers, state of the art, top on the list, top on the league are coming as speakers for East Africa. So if you're here and you wish to join us, please get in touch with me and we'll be able to support you on that. But now, KK, what are some of the mistakes that you have made? Because I know it has not been all rosy. What are some of the mistakes you've made and what are the lessons you picked from them?
Thank you. Number one is diversification, okay? introducing products. I introduced a product in Masai Africa Safaris, which was a holiday club, where I was encouraging the market, my clients, to start saving for holiday, so that when it comes to December, or when it comes to Easter or any other festive season or any holiday which is in our calendars, they don't have to struggle going for these holidays. And the product picked very well during the first 6 months. But when now we approach the main festive season, which is December holidays, most of the Kenyan market, they take the December holidays as their main holiday. The other seasons, we don't get these voluminous business on holiday. I realized by the time people started saving, and when it approached November, you realize people started withdrawing their saving, because we had put a clause: if you want to withdraw your saving for any other purpose, we are ready to give you back your deposit. We are not going to book your holiday. And people took advantage of that, and they made the holiday saving club like a SACCO or like a bank account that someone is accumulating his fund because he's not able to access it quickly or easily like M-Pesa or in your bank account. Come November or anytime somebody have a challenge, they want to withdraw their saving. So that one destabilized the product, and I realized it can mess a brand, because there are some clients who have booked their holiday, and they have booked a joining holiday. They are joining a holiday, and the group they are joining with, half of them have withdrawn their savings, and they want to go buy a sofa set, they want to go buy a dress, a shoe, or use it somewhere else in their operation to feed themselves. So that it became a challenge that you are frustrating clients, telling them, now we have to postpone this safari because the van is not full, the group is not full, or we have to top up. So I realized some of the products are very tricky in the Kenyan market. I think that's one of the main challenges. Something else is on COVID, during the COVID season. Instead of giving the solutions to clients, most of the clients closed their office. This came to Ego Management Consultant. Most of the clients closed their offices, and operations were not happening. Everybody was sent home. Immediately, even me, I went to farming. I was saying, let's wait until this business come back. And we went to farming, and I took my whole 4 months, wasted it in farming. And I didn't know I could have gone directly to the online platforms. But luckily, by the 4th month, when I realized farming is not working, after putting all my capital in a farming project and got half of the return of the capital that I invested there, I got so frustrated with the farming. And this is when I went to start doing the online programs. I realized the same programs that I do in-house or outdoor team building, I can convert them to do them virtually. And it started picking very well. I started with the complementaries. The first month, after my 4 months staying at home and doing farming, I started with the complementary online programs. And later on, it picked. I started charging, and later on, I became busier with the same programs. So I launched too late to go to online program. I think I didn't know what to do during COVID. I was also in a panic mode, and I shifted to a wrong business. And when you go to the wrong trade, you are beaten seriously because that's not your field. It's just like a lion going to compete with a crocodile in the water. You are beaten seriously. In business, you learn a number of lessons. You burn your figures, okay? Another mistake was investing in transport. In Masai Africa Safaris, I had invested in transport, shuttle services. And I was buying buses to be ferrying my customers. Little did I know the Kenyan market I was dealing with, anytime the bus becomes old more than 3 years, they don't want the old bus, they want a new one. So I had so many corporate booking with me. They want transport, but they want a new one. So I used to leave my buses at the parking lot and hire other new buses, because the client will say, we are only traveling with new buses. I realized this is not my market. And I need to be out of these transport buying shuttles. Let me partner with those who are buying new ones Anytime you buy a new one, we sign you up in Masai Africa Safari so that our client experience a good service. What I realize, the client is not interested to see who is written in the logbook. They're interested with the service.
I like that. They do not care who is on the logbook. They just want the service. They just want to go to Masai Mara. Why are we competing? As in, what is this? What are these details? We just want to go comfortably to the Masai Mara. We do not care about the other details. Then you are busy wondering whether they will see the bus is owned by Kariuki Kamau. Anyway, I'm glad you're sharing about thinking on our feet and actually just realizing what we're very good at. But can you support the people here who cannot even tell what they're good at, what they're good at? What if they were to leave employment, if they were fired today, they have no idea what business they would go into. So what are some of the tips you can share that people can use to just discover what they're good at? And Purity, I hope you're on this call.
Thank you very much. One way to realize what you are good at is, what is this thing you do effortlessly and you produce the highest result? What is these things you feel like it burns your heart? Immediately you leave your 8 to 5 job in the evening. What is this you go to do and you do it passionately, yet it is not getting you income? That can be a clue of something to make it to. From a free venture, you make it an enterprise, or you start it as a business. It is something that pushes you. You feel you need to be doing this, and you can do it effortlessly. Even within your organization where you work, where do you see yourself most productive? That your bosses, your director, your HR says, if it is not done by you, I think that it needs to be postponed. Is there somewhere that you shine like a cream that people notices you with that thing, that if it is not you who is doing it, they say we better do it another day? Everybody is saying that is your area. So even if you go and do it now as an individual, it will still be able to shine. I tell people, a cream, when you milk a cow and boil the milk, you milk a cow and boil the milk, pour the milk in containers, bottle top, glass, sufuria, tank. Those are 4 containers, bottle top, sufuria, tank, and glass. The different size. What if the cream shines in a bottle top? Even if it goes to a glass, it will still shine. Even if it goes to a sufuria, it will still shine. What is that area that you shine effortlessly? You don't need to put a lot of effort to shine. That could be an area. And if you start charging in that area, people will pay you because you are shining in that area. The other one is the opportunities. There are opportunities in the market. You can get to entrepreneurship through seeing an opportunity somewhere. There is an opportunity. There is a gap you want to meet. You have been told, you have seen a gap of supplying something or a service which is not delivered well, and you know you can be able to bridge that gap. I have my friend who was served wrongly in a wedding. He was doing a wedding, and the guys who were providing tents and chairs messed him up. He was very annoyed during the wedding, and immediately after the wedding, 2 years down the line, he is running one of the biggest and chair company equipment, hiring those equipment. Why? He got frustrated. He saw an opportunity, and many people turn in business in that form. Okay. The other one, the thing that you have been doing, what you have been doing in your organization, been a good in taking care of someone, and you are paying someone. You continue with what you have been doing. It becomes the easiest way to start that business. If you are an accountant in an organization, you can start your own accounting firm. If you are an auditor in an organization, you can start your own audit firm. If you are an HR in an organization, you can start your HR consulting firm. What you have been doing, now you do it when you are managing yourself. Of course, the rules and the regulations are different, because when you're doing it for someone else, somebody is paying your bill. On this other side, you have to pay your bill. So nobody is pushing you out of bed. You have to push yourself. In entrepreneurship, there is no 8 to 5. It is 24/7. When you know that year is coming and employees are happy that the payday is coming, you know how you are going to negotiate your bank, having all used your resources in various projects. So it's a different ballgame. But as long as you are resilient, in entrepreneurship is all about resilience. You need to be resilient, even if it is discouraging. Like now the political climate that you are seeing in our country, that is Kenya, that is affecting business. Everybody, the purchasing power is going down. The greatest spender in every economy is government. They are not spending. You can hear their coffers are almost empty or they are empty. So when the biggest spender is not there, you realize in the market there is a cash crunch. So what happens? Every business is affected. So in entrepreneurship, you have to be resilient. You don't close doors because other people are suffering. You have to be patient and do what have to be done to remain afloat.
Excellent, excellent. Those are very, very good pointers. And I welcome you guys to ask your questions as well. There's a question from who? From Elizabeth. When do you know it is the right time to leave employment for full-time entrepreneurship? That is when you start feeling that you have to upscale, but feel constrained due to current job and limited time to work on your business. So when do you know it's time to quit?
I think when your idea is live, and you don't have to get it live to see all the whole staircase. If you have an idea, start putting it into practice. You can start it as a side hustle. And once the side hustle starts giving you satisfaction, in the initial stages, it might not give you enough profit like the salary you are earning. But if it gives you heart satisfaction, and you see, if I am only deploying my 1 hour and it is giving me return, what if I give it 2, 3, 4, 5, and now you have your whole day? Realize this, when you're in employment, which we encourage because we need this, but it gets to that time you realize, if I can nurture someone's baby like this, what about nurturing my own? How much can I be able to give? In employment, you can give 100%. In your side hustle or your own idea, you give 200% because you not only be working 8 to 5 or 7 to 6 p.m. You'll be working 24/7. At night, you are refining the ideas. At night, you are calling customers. Over the weekend, you are seeing your customers. Remember, in employment, you'll be limited in these areas because you have that time limit. This is the time you are supposed to work. So there is no defined time that this is the hour. Start your side hustle as early as you can. I tell people, and let me share this. When your bones are young, it is the right time to jump. A young boy was hanging on a tree. The tree he was hanging on is called employment. And he had his both hands holding the branch like this. The elders were telling the young boy, please, can you step down because your bones are young and when you hit the ground, you are not going to break and you'll be able to run. The boy started continuously enjoyed swinging on the branch like this. Every that year, the salary is coming. The elders kept on telling the young man, please hit down, please come down when your bones are young so that you can be able to withstand the shock of the ground when you hit the ground. The boy said, no, I am enjoying the swing, I am enjoying the branch. Every that year, they are taking care of me. So what was happening, the tree was getting old, and the boy was also aging. So the bones were becoming weak and the tree was going to fall. So at age 65, the tree had to come down and the young boy, who is an old man, had to hit the ground by that time. So what happened? This is now a coincidence of an old man and the tree have to come down. At age 65, now thinking this is the time to start to go to entrepreneurship, that time your bones are weak to do side hustles. You will not be able to sacrifice a lot for your family. This is the time you have so much responsibilities. Maybe this is the time your children are in tertiary level in education. This is the time you are finishing your first house. This is the time you are, there are so many challenges at 65. But if you do it early, you can be able to take risk when you are young than when you are old. So I encourage, take risk when your bones are young. When you hit the ground, you can be resilient. You can be able to work 8 to 5, and in the evening, you are working on your side hustle almost to midnight so that your idea can be able to grow. But at old age, when you are starting entrepreneurship at age 65, it have become a challenge for many because that time by the brand you are competing with, They are able to learn more than you. They are able to go more errands than you. They are able to be more informed in social media, in hitting the run, making phone calls more than you. So the earlier, the better. Mapema ndio best.
All right, of course. We have quite a number of questions that have come in. This is an interesting one. Oh, okay, where is it? I saw an interesting question. What do you have a passion for that you can create value in? The solution, okay, that is a comment. I had seen a very nice question. So Edda is asking, at what point should you quit if you have continuously been pumping money without a break even?
I think there is no need of pumping money in a venture if there is no break even. Sometimes you need to reevaluate your process. We usually say the product is good as the process. Maybe the product you are dealing with or the service that you are dealing with, you need to reevaluate. Maybe people moved from that market a long time ago and you're still trying to pump your money in the same market where there is no customer who is interested, either with your good or your service. You need to keep, that's why we do a stock tick. Are people interested with my service? Are my products in demand in the market? There is no need of producing something which is not in need in the market. There's no need of being passionate of a service which is there's no need in the packet. We say skipping rope can be a hobby, but if it's not bringing you revenue, why waste all your energy skipping the rope?
Yes. Sometimes you need to reevaluate and see whether it's worth it. But you also need to know which kind of business it is. And how long have you been pumping money? You know, it's probably 2 months only. But you need to also evaluate.
Yes, the question did not state the time. I don't encourage giving up easily. I encourage people to be resilient and be patient. In business, you have to be patient, but also you need to keep evaluating, okay? I was patient waiting for foreigners to come. This is foreign tourism. But I realized I have no touch with foreign tourism. What is God was giving me is local tourism. People who are locally, who can be able to travel. And these local tourists are the ones which have enabled Masai Africa Safaris now to attract foreign tourism. So I changed the tact so that the local tourism now are the one attracting foreign tourism in Masai Africa Safaris. Because clients want to see you doing something. Maybe it is just changing tactic. Maybe you are selling products in bulk. You need to repackage them and sell them in small portions.
That's true. And there's another question here from Mabwatsi who's saying, I am an entrepreneur myself. Where does KK seek his inspiration from? Entrepreneurship being a very lonely journey.
Thank you very much. Like David said, encouraging yourself in the road. That is very important. Encouraging yourself in the road. When David went to fight, and as we go to fight each and every day, sometimes you can get even ridiculed by your own family. And thank God for my very supportive wife who supports me. But in entrepreneurship, you can get ridiculed even by your own family. So what is this you started? Can you look for employment? That was the stories when I started the business. That time I was not married, but encouraging yourself. When you're in business, you not get so many people to encourage you. It is a ordinary pack. And again, I state, entrepreneurship is a ordinary pack. See them driving big cars, see them living big, but they are only on top alone. Most of the time they spend alone, okay? So unless you encourage yourself, because most of your colleagues are happily employed somewhere and they are just exchanging notes when they are going to be paid. For you, you have to determine how much to pay people and how much to make that month. So other than that, it's always good to look for mentors, people who have gone ahead of you so that they can keep encouraging you. So locate mentors in your industry, people who have succeeded in a field. A mentor is a bridge. They will tell you, man, this one doesn't work. So other than encouraging yourself in the road, look for mentors, people who can keep on encouraging you because they have gone the way, they have seen it, they have fought the battles and they have won. because we say there's nothing new under the sun. Some people, the areas you are struggling, somebody else have succeeded. So I have some successful people. I emulate, I follow, I read their books, I listen to them, and they have become my inspiration.
All right, and then there's a question here. We know that every business model has a business model. At what point do these business models need to be changed, and why do we need to change them?
As the market changes and dynamics, the business dynamics changes, you need to change. Like post-COVID, everybody had to change the way you do business. So if your business was structured in a certain way, there are things which push us. And I'm saying everybody should be in that line of changing. You should not be static in your business model. Agility is teaching us that you should be very flexible, responsive. Don't be stuck in structures. And those who are stuck in structures have suffered consequences. You know, those guys we read in the archive, yet they used to be brats of 1970s and 80s. Why? They were static on their structures and their model. They used to say us, it is only our way or the highway. But if you don't respond to the market, you are doomed to fail. So it's good to be agile.
All right, and that's true. There's a comment there that says strategy is fluid. The market informs your next move. And as an entrepreneur, I understand that, and I am with you on that. And now, KK, as we also, now, before we get to KK, Kevin, you want to play that video? There's somebody who has texted me, KK, and she's saying, the speaker today is speaking to my heart. So,
thank you.
Good job.
You.
Sound. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. And right, so for HR professionals on this call, if you wish to become a CHRP, please get in touch with us and we're going to support you in that process. Like, right, KK, tell us, if you were to go back to your younger self, what would you tell yourself? What are the two things you'd change about? You're on mute.
If I was to get to my younger self and start all over again, I will start entrepreneurship early. I will not stick to employment. The 5 years I got employed as an accountant. I worked in an audit firm. I worked in a hotel and a safari company. But I will not take that journey. Not that I didn't learn, but there is so much you learn in business than in employment. In business, it teaches you a lot. It's diverse. It teaches how to deal with people. It teaches how to grow. And I have grown so much in business than the 5 years I was in employment. I will start early.
Okay. So you would start early. All right.
I envy my friends who started after finishing their campus. They only went for attachment and they hit the business. That time they hit the ground when their bones were a bit younger than I was. Me, I started mine at age 28, but then they started at 24. Right now, they become my role models that it can be done. Because before you get exposed to some mindset in employment, you learn some things, but there are some things employment can deny you, and that is getting to opportunities and limiting you in time.
All right. Okay, so, and the other thing that I wanted to ask, Kevin, you can check whether there are any questions on Facebook. So the other thing that I wanted to ask, how about compliance in business? Comment on compliance, taxes, and all those things.
We encourage tax compliance. For you to be able to be legitimate or be able to deal with big sharks, you have to be tax compliant. Most of our clients are government institutions, including KRA themselves. They always check, are you compliant? So when you do business in a compliant way, you are able to grow. I see people who like doing business the briefcase way, that they don't want to have licenses, they don't want to have offices, they don't want. Yes, you'll be able to operate, but you'll be running a briefcase business. It is good to be compliant. Also, getting certification in your field, like for ego management consultants, we are NITA certified. This is to enable you that you're able to deal with a wider range of market, because every organization is supposed to be NITA, deduct that 50 shilling from the staff. So any organization which trains with egos, they're able to rebate their investment, their training investment with NITA when you train with us. So I encourage you, please put your business formal. Don't do briefcase business. It have a higher benefit. When you are starting, you might start informally. I tell people, you don't get a birth certificate of a child who is not born. So start anyway, start in your house, start anywhere. But the moment the child is born, the moment you have gotten shape in your business, get all the formal certificate and go legal. Ensure your business is legal. But on starting, let those things not hinder you. There is no child who comes with a birth certificate. Birth certificate comes later.
That's true. That's very true. So we have a free training courses on entrepreneurship by Pathway Solutions. So for you guys, as a gift from Pathway Solutions, he is offering a free training course on the LMS on entrepreneurship. If you wish to partake of this, kindly email us on grace@atarasolutions.co.ke and copy Frank, and Kevin is putting our email addresses on the chat. Please make sure you take advantage of this. 5 people will get free, fully sponsored training courses by Pathway Solutions on entrepreneurship, so that you can also prepare yourself. Like KK has said, we have to work on our mentor faculty. So make sure you email me or Frank and copy one of us. You can decide who to copy, but make sure that both of us are on the email so that we don't miss out on your request. And then you stand a chance to get trained by Pathway Solutions on entrepreneurship. 5 people will get this. Where is the other one? Can relate. I started my school with 2 kids and one was mine. Patience pays. I like that. I like that. I was talking to somebody yesterday who said the same. They started the school and now they have 220 students in that school up to class 4. So that's quite amazing. I mean, are there scholarships for CHRP courses? Not really. Unfortunately, not that I know of, unless I hear something, but we don't have scholarships for CHRP. But the costs are also not out of this world. They are manageable. All right. And so, KK, give us your parting shot.
Okay, thank you, Grace. As we wind up, I want to encourage, don't just struggle there with the idea saying, I'll start one day. Use what you have to get what you want. Use what you have to get what you want. You don't have to have it all. You don't have to be limited by capital. You do not have to be limited by education level. You don't have to be limited by time. The little that you have, use it. You see miracles, okay? Just start from where you are. Be telling people at least you have started. Even if you don't have that office, start with printing the business card. Start getting your business name registered. Start getting that website if you don't have an office space. Start selling that one product. Start from where you are. That's where the miracle is. It is not in the postponing. It is not with accumulating capital. You know, most people limit themselves with this issue of capital. I am raising capital. People have capital in the bank and they don't have the idea. Put the idea down. You see capital coming towards where you are.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That is such an awesome parting shot. Thank you so much. Now, I think we have exhausted most of the questions, and we really want to take this opportunity. Yes, I have seen Joe is here. Joe comes from the SME Founders Association. Thank you very much, Joe, for joining us. Wow, I think you have spoken to quite a number of people, and I hope that they can implement what you have shared. And we actually seek to host an entrepreneur every month so that we can support people who are also crossing on the other side, and also help people who are in it to keep going, to just encourage them, mentor them, and just give them an opportunity to know that they are on the right path, and that whatever they are going through, other people are also going through the same. And then we forge forward, because if we don't have entrepreneurs, then we cannot have employees. And if we don't have employees, we cannot have entrepreneurs. So it's a win-win situation. And by the way, it's also good, maybe KK, we can also add this. Not everyone can become an entrepreneur. Senor, we are, please speak to our gifts. I know that one is a topic you like.
I agree, not for everyone, not for the faint-hearted also.
Yes, and also not for the people who are afraid of unpredictability. You know, sometimes you really cannot see to the end. Like sometimes you just have to keep going. You may not see the whole staircase, like KK said. You may not, even through that fog, we keep pushing, yeah? Right. So Kevin, I don't know whether there's something you need to say.
I'll just finish with a comment from Facebook. That is what Wakijo, is it? Wakijo, yes. Yeah, he was saying that many of us, while starting businesses, we do a lot of mistakes, and that includes business cards, managing director, my friend. Today, I believe you've just hit the right points, like you've just done it in a very simple and very amazing way to all of us. We really appreciate, and thank you so much for this informative session. Back to you, Grace.
Hi, Kevin, the person who's commented on Facebook is actually my brother. Paul Asana, my brother, he was writing managing director. See why you had problems in that business, right? So thank you very much. Catherine Sidandi, thank you so much for joining us. And KK, thank you. I know you're very busy. Thank you for sacrificing this 1 hour to be with us, and also just to get ready and share your journey. Thank you for allowing us into your space. We really appreciate. And I hope that the people on this call, please, if you have team building needs, KK is one of the best people I know to conduct team buildings. By the way, I am saying this, I know some of people ask me, Grace, by the way, KK, why are you not, KK, by the way, let me tell you guys before you all log out, KK, when I was stuck, you know, KK, I still have your book, this one, yes, What Wakes You Up in the Morning. Ulikuwa umesahau hizi vitabu ni nini boss, na niliacha kuwa marketer mkali.
Sorry for that.
So when I was stuck, I didn't know at what point to quit employment. KK came and did our team building and gave me this book. Iyo kitabu ya What Wakes You Up in the Morning. By the way, Terry rudisha kopi yangu. I helped someone in kajiekea. Terry tutakosana. But I'll come
you don't give books. You don't give books. I discourage people giving books. Stop giving
I stopped.
books.
I actually stopped.
In fact, I don't give even complimentary. I don't. I know gifts. People don't value gifts. You have to buy, invest, let you in car cost so that you can feel the pinch.
Yes.
Anything that it doesn't cost you, you take it for granted.
Yes, so somebody is asking, how can they get the book? By the way, next time we are meeting, please bring me one. Unajua kwenye tunakutananga, please.
I will.
They are asking where can they get the book?
Just order, go to my website, kariukikamau.com. It should be able to be delivered. Our writer will be able to deliver in your office. Just log into kariukikamau.com. Kariukikamau.com, you'll be able to get a number of books there. Or somebody will deliver in your office. There is a number there. Yes, you order. Once you order, somebody will deliver, or you just call. There is an office line 0725282828. Somebody will be able to deliver in your office. I will write that in the chat box.
Yes, please put that in the chat so that people can get the books. And how much is the book? KK number, please. Millicent Nogo is asking for your number as well. And yes, that book, For What Wakes You Up in the Morning, is quite a good read. We need to get that one. That I can attest to. It saved my life at some point. Yes. Right, so okay, Kariuki, you've sent to me. Let me just copy paste and send to all. There you go, guys. There is KK's office number to order the books, and the website that you can order. In case you need to get in touch with his office, just get in touch with me. Now, right, we have, it's now 9:18. Allow us to end this session here. If you wish to take the offers from Pathway Solutions, please email us. If you wish to know what's coming up, next week we are hosting Sarah Karingi. Sarah Karingi is the queen of networking. She's amazing. She's written books on networking. She's done quite a lot on networking. And after that, the other Tuesday, we are hosting somebody who has struggled with alcoholism and has now cleaned up. And now we are going to see how we have supported them in the workplaces, how they have cleaned up, and how better they are, what they're doing with their lives, which is now they picked themselves up and they are running a business. They are doing well for themselves. So next week, Sarah Karingi. The week after that, we have Daniel, who is a recovering alcoholic and who is able to live their normal life and all these things. Because we are in the business of changing the world through information, and we want to equip you with we want to make you a whole person. We cannot just teach you HR. We have to make sure that your business leaders must make sure that you're supporting employees. We must make sure that you're also good as an individual. And as you move to becoming a business leader, whether for yourself or for your organization, you need to speak business language, because that is what we are all about. So please join our WhatsApp group. Jacinta, Kevin, you can put it on the chat. Kindly join our WhatsApp group. Get it right with the Tara Solutions to know what's coming up. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get it right with the Tara Solutions. And of course, thank you to you for always joining us, for making the time every Tuesday to be here. And Catherine Sidandi, thank you so much for a good job. Kevin, thank you so much for being here every Tuesday. Thank you, Jacinta. Thank you, Irene. Thank you, the whole team at Tara Solutions. We appreciate you. And then thank you, our speaker of the day, Kariuki Kamau. Thank you for always showing up. And thank you for being resilient. Thank you for being agile. We appreciate you. And of course, to our partners, HRMPEB, if you wish to take on your CHRP, please register with HRMPEB. We have Balcon Housing, Stallion Construction Company, Profiles International. Please make sure you sign up for the Understanding Psychometric class. Please note that if you're a professional, you have to understand psychometric, because they help you in weeding out or into shortlisting and making sure that you're getting the right candidates for the job. And this is being offered by Profiles International, and you can get in touch with us to link you up with them. And then we also have Weekly, and we have Kapla Mintito, we have Panessa Training Institute, we have Steadfast Quality Solutions. This is Kampala. We have Suluhu Mediation Center, and we have Institute of Pension Management. Please don't forget to join us in Kampala, in Zanzibar on the from the 18th of next month for the HR, East Africa HR Convention. And also we are organizing a training on leave management as Atara Solutions for April, and we'll keep you up to date on when and how. So thank you very much for being with us. We shall see you as always from Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. My name is Grace Nzula, otherwise known as Moderator of Choice, and I have been your host. Good night.